even more so. And again, we have Salvador Montelongo. Is it junior or is it just Sal?
I'm junior, yeah.
Junior. Dad's a senior, obviously.
Yeah,
And of
Sal
course-
Junior.
Now, when you play basketball, again, we're with Salvador Montelongo Jr., ladies and gentlemen, outstanding young man in the city of El Paso, grew up here, went away to play college basketball, now back in the Sun City, giving back in a big-time way to all the youth and all the adults as well, giving them the direction of life to handle their children, or even more so to be able to understand teenagers of today, because it does take a little bit of an education, maybe not a little bit, a lot, really, because young people today, there's just so many things out there that can get them in the wrong place, right?
Oh, especially with the social media, with this, how do you say, this plague of designer drugs coming in. You know, the internet. These kids are being perverted through the internet. There's people enticing them to do this, try this, go there, go. I mean, it's just a totally different world. Technology has turned this world upside down.
It really has, and of course, even if you play sports, you got to make sure that you watch your child, because you never know about the particular coaches that may be involved, coaching your children, or teammates, or other things that may happen, like you mentioned, bullying. And of course, we got can't stay away from the word child molestation.
Oh man,
those things are out there as well.
Oh, when I see that, and it just shatters my heart. I mean, to see that, you know, the kids still got to endure stuff like that. I mean, it just, there's no words that can explain how angry I get, you know, because kids are, you know, to me, it's like our prized possession. This is our chance to make this world better, is our kids. And by doing this to kids, it really affects me.
And one thing that I think is a good lead-in, too, is the fact that you're having a basketball camp coming up down the street.
Oh, yes,
at
yeah.
the Don Haskins Recreation Center. How is that to play in the Don Haskins Center when you graduate from high school, and now you're at the Don Haskins Recreation Center doing a basketball camp?
It means so much to me because, like I said, I went to the basketball, the Don Haskins minor basketball camp, and like I said, I would look forward to it, and even to meet the man. And he did that man did so much for me, and he did for the community, for this country, for the world. That man did for us, you know, the courage to stand up for racial equality. You know, like I said, one of his prized coaches, Russ Bradbury, he's the one that pulled me aside and, you know, showed me become like a minor mite. He's the one that showed me how to do all the drills and stuff, and these are drills that I haven't forgotten, and I still use till today to teach kids.
And of course, Russ Bradbury made a real life change himself. He became a professor, an educator.
Yes.
English, got a degree, and amazing guy. And ladies and gentlemen, we talk about the old Harlem Globetrotters and how they could dribble the ball with Marcus Haynes and Curly Neal, but Russ Bradbury can handle the rock, can't
Russ Bradbury could handle the rock like it was stuck to his hand. I was like, I couldn't believe it when I first saw him. There he is right there. I go, you gotta be no. And then when he started, I couldn't believe it. I was so impressed. My heart fell out of my body because I wanted him to teach me so bad, and he did. He took time out of his life, and I'm in contact with him till today because he's got the basketball in the barrio. He still does have love for El Paso in this area.
Steve Yellen, a great guy. You know Steve, don't you?
I've only met Russ.
I only met Russ. Steve Yellen helps him out with basketball in the barrio. Great guy as well. And again, your camp, when is it and where?
It's going to be September 12th at the Don Haskins Rec Center at 7400 High Ridge. It'll be from 5 to 7 p.m. And the facilitator will be Ralph Solis from Solis Sports.
And Ralph, 6 foot, is he 6'9"? He's probably tall. That guy's
he's big. He's between 6'7", 6'9", but he's a big boy.
He went to Riverside.
Went to Riverside
City, and a lot of people said, you know, this guy's pretty tall. You know, he might be able to play somewhere. And then he made a life. He went to Chicago.
He went to Brooklyn.
He went to New York.
Went to New York.
Went to Chicago when you left here. So man, two guys from El Paso, one at Hanks, one at Riverside. And did he go to Brooklyn College, right?
He went to Brooklyn. I think after that he went to Rhode Island.
Man, and now he's giving camps himself, right?
Yes, he's got something coming up at Dreams Arena. It's a basketball workshop powered by Solis Sports. It's at 6969 Industrial, and like I said, we got some fun things for the city. Me and Ralph, you know, not only just this camp, but we have a lot of exciting things coming up in the horizon.
And you talk about Ralph Solis. I believe he's got a daughter or two daughters, and he loves to be able to train them. I'm not talking coach them, but train them.
Oh, he is an excellent trainer. I mean, he does not only the basketball part, but he does the agility part, you know, the strength part. You know, it's just he brings awesome I mean, awesome techniques to the table, to the court.
Yourself, now when you played high school ball, you weren't as big as you are now.
I was skinny.
You was this little skinny guy.
I was a
man.
little skinny.
Remember that?
Yeah, I was like a little.
And now you probably whip Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor at the same time. Did you see the fight, by the way?
Yeah, I saw the fight, and I was, a lot of people say, "Did you see the fight?" And I said, you know what? It's boxing. The only thing this is just my thing, to beat a record like such as Rocky Marciano, I wish he would have fought somebody with some boxing experience to break that record. Rocky Marciano made a lot to the boxing community, and to pass him for that fight, I'm sure it upset a lot of people.
Shouldn't count, right?
It shouldn't count.
Shouldn't count.
It should have been like when Rocky fought Thunderlips in Rocky 3. That's what it should have been for show, but it's the way the world is, But like I said, I'm looking forward to this month's fight is Triple G and Canelo.
Wow, that one has gotten sort of no hype. It's all been because of McGregor and.
Yep.
And your feeling on who's going to win that?
I want Canelo.
You want Canelo?
I want Canelo. Everyone's saying Triple G's unstoppable, knock you out with either hand, but I have a feeling Canelo can do it.
And Canelo has some great commercials that he's doing with Sylvester Stallone. I don't know if you've seen them.
Yeah, I've seen.
They're pretty funny. Man.
Yeah, Canelo's he's a character. He's in his prime. So is Triple G. He's towards the end of his prime. But we're gonna find out who's this. To me, this is a real fight. It's gonna be a real fight. It's gonna, maybe last month's fight was entertaining. It was, to me, it was kind of comical, funny, but, and then I've come to believe they're laughing at us because they're the ones that made all the money. So
yeah, you're right. You're right. Now yourself, who is the best boxer you've ever associated with or liked over your lifetime?
I like Muhammad Ali. What he stood for. It wasn't just boxing for him. He stood up for people who couldn't stand up for themselves. Whether he rubbed people the wrong way by not going to the Vietnam War, he was more than just a fighter. He fought for civil rights. He fought for all over the world. He traveled all over the world, to speak on behalf of people who cannot speak for themselves. He gave them a voice. A lot of these fighters nowadays, it's all about me, 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 me. Muhammad Ali was about what can I do? I mean, they broke the mold with that man. Period. They broke the mold with that man.
And of course, when you talk local boxing, I know Ladislao Vicencio, and good guy as well in terms of boxing. 3-time Golden Gloves boxing champion as well, and just a great guy as well.
Oh, Junior Vicencio is he's like family to me. I helped him out with the Golden Gloves in January. We went on TV and we had tried to help, we helped promote this fight, and he's got a fight coming up. The Golden Gloves will be in January, and I'm gonna help him again. I love helping Mr. Vicencio. I love helping out the city. There is some great fighters here in El Paso. We just need to support these kids, El Paso.
Oh yeah, and then of course when they went to the Golden Gloves and for the state back in Dallas, back in January or February, whenever it was, for the first time in a long time, they had some state champions as well.
Yes, they had 2.
2 of them.
They had 2 state champions.
Wow. You like to watch boxing, or you like to watch it on TV, or you like to watch it in person?
I like to watch it in person, especially right there when you're on ringside. That's when you can really feel you can feel the blows, and you're like, man, I don't know if I want to get in there, because it seems like everybody wants to be a fighter, but when you sit ringside, you start to second guess. You know what? I don't think I want to be a fighter. I'm like, because on TV it looks like you can do it, but when you're right there, right next to him, it's a whole different ball game.
Did you ever train for boxing?
I trained one time with a friend of mine, Herman Delgado. We trained, but my heart is basketball, Mr. Thornton. Basketball to me is just I feel it's just God gave me this gift. Not just, I'm not saying it's athletically, but just to want to play basketball. The feeling of how it's just a great feeling to be on the court.
Oh, definitely.
When you're young, though.
When you're young.
Yeah.
You still play today basketball?
I try, but it's just not the same no more. I play for fun, and I just, if the ball goes in, it goes in. I'm not really too competitive. I'm competitive, but I'm not like I used to, where my desire to win is just, I'm out there to have fun, period.
Your dad still plays, doesn't he?
My dad still plays, 50 and over out there. He's out there.
should
hooping
be
it up.
70 and over league.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
he's out there, and he's. In fact, there's a bunch of people playing right now in a Mexican American tournament in Phoenix right now. The Tommy Nunez.
Boy, is that thing huge or what?
Yep, they called me last night. They're like they saw pool play today.
Wow, great tournament, great tournament. And again, we were talking earlier about, of course, your organization, Lucid Love, right?
Yes, Lucid Love, yes sir.
And we're talking about suicides. Too many suicides among our young people as well, and that's what's so terribly tragic is that so many teenagers today taking their lives.
It's Mr. Thornton. I mean, last year was tough. I mean, I can't talk about it, and the media didn't talk about it. But I know because of people, through my website and emailing me, a lot of children committed suicide last year, and it's all from bullying and just violence, and it sickens me that violence is still around.
And again, we have a young person out there of any age that's having a difficult time. How can they again contact your organization?
If you're out there listening, just contact me through lucidlove.org or website, or you can just email me at lucidlove@yahoo.com. If you go to my website, I have many things for you to resources for you to help you. Counseling services, services to working out, basketball, boxing. I have a story of the month. The power of the pen is very important. Write down your experiences so other people can know about what you're going through. It's when you write turn your pain into your purpose. Write to me and I'll put you on the story of the month.
Wow, very powerful words. And I guess you have a big impact when you see young people in a setting like you said at a school, where a lot of people say, well, so and so, he's an athlete, he's okay, he doesn't get depressed, he's fine. But you never know what's going on in a young person's mind.
Oh, you know what? Even with athletes, and I'm not pointing the finger, but it's just me growing up playing basketball when I got to high school, and I talk to kids about this too because a lot of kids come and tell me, my coach is a bully. And I'm like, you know what? I should not, but it is true. The way some of these grown men are talking to these kids, it really affects them.
Definitely.
And they become real sheltered. They become like, I'm not even that good. We are here as adults to make kids better. And a lot of these kids are playing in fear.
Definitely. And again, when you talk about the opportunities of life and all the things that go along with it, we're going to talk more with Salvador Montelongo Jr. We're going to take a quick break again. As you all know, it's kind of cloudy out there today, a balmy day, I guess. But you can still get your car washed. One of the great movies of all time in the background playing. We're here with Salvador Montelongo Jr., truly making a difference in the city of El Paso. Right after this, we're back with Parks and Recreation's radio show.
Bam.